Yo, what up everybody? It's me, Fitness65. I'm back bringing you a new video. Been gone for a while because I wanted to kind of take a break, which I'm going to be doing frequently, so forgive me for that. But today I'm just bringing you a new video. This time it's going to be wrestling related. But before I get to what I'm going to be talking about in this video, which is wrestling related, I gotta say Iron Man 2 is a really good movie. Just saw that yesterday. Better than what I expected it to be. Had a lot of action. Well, had some action in it. The story was good. The character development was good. I just really love this movie. I mean, it's not as good as the first one, but it's still a good movie. And I recommend, if you haven't seen Iron Man 2, go see it because it's a very good movie. And I wasn't disappointed at all. My only main gripe though about that movie was the ending. I felt there could have been a longer fight sequence at the end with the villain in that movie, and they could have ended the killing the villain a better way. But if you can get over that, it was still a very good movie, and I can't wait for Iron Man 3, and I can't wait for the Avengers because it pretty much set up the whole Avengers movie coming up soon, which it'll be interesting to see who's gonna be in the Avengers. But yeah, Iron Man 2, very good movie. Go see it. If you haven't seen the movie, go see it. Very good movie, and it's not like I said, it's not as good as the first one, but it's still a good movie. So go see Iron Man 2 if you haven't seen it. Now, getting to this video, somebody sent me a comment in my inbox about wanted me to talk about this specific video. Wanted me to do a video about this specific subject. I kind of wanted to do this, but I kind of didn't want to touch on it because I wanted to talk about other things in wrestling. But I decided I wanted to touch on it because most people don't touch on it that much, or they haven't really mentioned it in their videos. And that's mainstream wrestling needing more badass psycho heels. The mainstream, you do have indie wrestling where you have some psycho heels that are just dangerous, and they're exactly what heels are supposed to be. Like, for example, take Kevin Steen in ROH. He's like a psycho heel. He's not like your egomaniac type of heel or your cocky type of heel. He's just the kind of psycho heel that you kind of want to get your hands on. Like, he beat down El Generico and that one guy, I forgot what his name, Colt Cabana. He beat them down, and he wants to make sure those guys are out of ROH so they won't get in his plans. And he's not like your cocky type of heel where he runs around and he tells everybody he's better than everybody. He just wants to come out and he just wants to hurt people. And then look at Austin Aries, what they're doing with Austin Aries. It's just like how they're doing everybody in indie wrestling. Like, they have their psycho heels in indie wrestling, but mainstream wrestling is kind of missing it. Like, mainstream wrestling used to have it back in the 90s, like 1992. You had Jake the Snake, who was a psycho heel. Like, he would use everybody's fears against them, and then he would turn on them and tell everybody to trust him. And like I said, he would end up turning on them and beating them down, and he would always end up starting feuds with people, like with Macho Man Randy Savage. That feud he started with Macho Man Randy Savage, and the feud he was supposed to start with the Ultimate Warrior, and then getting in a confrontation with the Undertaker. He also had Undertaker, who was just plain evil and took out everybody who got in his way. And look at Randy Orton from 2009 when he was attacking the McMahons, and he didn't care about nothing but himself, and he wanted to make sure the McMahons got out of his way. You had those type of psycho heels who just destroyed everything in their path, and they weren't cocky, arrogant type of heels that you see nowadays in mainstream wrestling. And that's what I feel is missing in mainstream wrestling. We need more psycho heels who attack people and show no remorse and don't take action, don't take any remorse for their actions. We need more of those type of heels, and wrestling is missing those type of heels. And I feel mainstream wrestling needs to get more of those heels instead of the cocky, arrogant heels that we see nowadays. Because let's face it, we do like those kind of heels, but we want to see more badass heels in mainstream wrestling to get back to the roots of where heels came from. Like, we don't want to see the same heels that we see every time on WWE and TNA, where they're just arrogant and they're cocky and they just attack people because they want to be better than people. We want heels that are like just monster heels, and they come out and destroy people, and they take no names and no prisoners. We need those type of heels, and if we have those type of heels, then mainstream wrestling would be even more better than what it is. But the way WWE is working right now, I don't think we'll ever get those type of heels anymore. And the way TNA is doing with their heels, I don't think we'll ever get those type of heels in TNA. So we just gotta rely more on the indie wrestling with those kind of heels. And that's a shame too, because like I said, the 1990s and the 1980s and the 1970s, you had all these type of heels who had the same characteristics. They were just evil, and they did whatever it took to get whatever they wanted, and they weren't arrogant, and they weren't cocky, and they weren't coming on the mic saying that they were better than everybody. They just wanted to seek and destroy what was in their way. And I feel that mainstream wrestling is sort of missing that. And if they can do what indie wrestling is doing, or do what kind of wrestling was done back in the, like what I said, back in those days, then heels will be fun, even more fun to watch on TV, and they won't be the same heels that you see every day in mainstream wrestling. But yeah, that's just pretty much my video. Just wanted to talk about mainstream wrestling needing more badass psycho heels, because I feel that mainstream wrestling is missing those types of heels in mainstream wrestling, and we need more of those heels in mainstream wrestling instead of the heels that we get in mainstream wrestling. Like I said, with the whole cocky and arrogant and being better than everybody type of heel, instead of the heel that just wants to destroy you and by any means necessary. I just feel we need those type of heels, but we're never gonna get those, and that's a shame. But yeah, that's pretty much my video. Just wanted to come back, make a video about this. Someone, like I said, someone sent me inbox about wanting to make a video about this. Hopefully I explained enough in this video about mainstream wrestling needing more psycho heels in wrestling. Hopefully I explained that. You can give a thumbs up. You can send me a comment at the bottom about what you think, and whether you like the idea of having the heels we have now in mainstream wrestling, or going back to having psychotic heels and badass heels who just don't care about nobody and that seek and destroy. Whether we could have those type of heels back. Let me know what you think at the bottom. Like I said, give a thumbs up, or let me know what you think about the video. And like I said, hopefully you enjoyed the video. And till then, Fitness65 out. And I don't know when I'm gonna come back to make another video, because like I said, sometimes I just take all on and off things whenever I leave from making videos, because I always have things going on. So most of the time I'll make two videos a week or something like that. So I'll see you whenever I upload another video. But until then, thank you for watching. Fitness65 out. Peace.